Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. Now for this one, we'll be going over what seems to be another leak. Now we haven't had a leak, or I haven't made a video about a leak for quite some time now actually. It's been definitely a little bit, and I thought, you know what, we'll go over this one because a lot of people have been sending me this one to go over, and I thought it'll be interesting for you guys, you know, to see the potential and what can be coming to League of Legends. I want to hear your thoughts on it as well down below, and yeah, I want you know, essentially just to hear what you guys think about it. Now keep in mind, these teasers, guys, take it with a grain of salt as usual. It could be 100% true, 0%, 50%, anywhere in between. Again, this is more just kind of for fun, but again, it also can be true, right? Now keep in mind also, guys, I did go to Riot a couple weeks ago, almost a month ago now, but I also want to keep in mind, or let you guys know, that everything I saw there was very much a work in progress. So for all I know, it all got changed, right? It could have changed the next day, literally the day I left, boom, next day, it was a Monday, they just go ahead and make a lot of changes, right? So I mean, maybe the champions that I saw and the reworks I've seen and all that stuff wasn't even like the final one. Maybe they already had other iterations that just not yet were in the you know, the Riot Games sort of specific client for League of Legends or whatever. So again, keep in mind, what I've seen was not final whatsoever. So with that being said, let's take a look at what we have here. We have the leak for the next champion, the ADC champion, made by the Camille designer, who's supposed to be Cassin's daughter, people think, which I have no idea if she is or isn't. Rumble update, the IRELIA rework, and skins. So let's get this party started, boys and girls. The first of which is going to be the next ADC champion. It states the following: the new champion is an ADC that was corrupted by the Void at a young age, right? Which is why people think it's Cassin's daughter, because it says she remains human for the most part, and she cannot return to the surface world for a long time at once. So she has made it her mission to hunt down Void creatures and keep them where they belong. Now you might be wondering, hunt down Void creatures? What does that mean? Well, take a look at this teaser, as I'm sure most of you have already seen. There's a teaser on the live service currently for the new champion, the next ADC champion, where you can see the Rift Herald here actually, as it despawns, instead of actually literally despawning, it actually gets shot. Right there, boom. You saw the little shot there. Let's quickly backtrack it here. Boom. All right, you can see there's a little bit of a shot coming out from this little crack in the wall of the Baron Pit, where it just seems to be leading in some kind of like abyss, like the abyss of the Void or something like that, right? It goes somewhere in there, and it comes out of there, right? So obviously we know the champion is from the Void, as we've seen from the champion roadmap over here. And she fires it, one-shots the Herald, which is obviously a little bit weird, you know, pretty much, pretty overpowered if you ask me. And this is where that's coming from, essentially. So, pretty interesting stuff. By the way, this is a Reddit thread that was removed. Anyways, in-game, she has the ability to open Void portals on walls, which is what this part is also referring to. Void portals on walls, which she can use to attack enemies in range of them and cast abilities from them, similar to Azir's W and Tarek's W, respectively. So essentially, he's saying that, well, he thinks that, you know, this champion is going to be, or I mean, maybe knows this champion is going to be able to use portals and create them on walls and use it so like Azir's soldiers, she can attack, and it'll attack from like a longer distance, you know, the way like Azir, instead of himself actually attacking, his soldier will attack in his steed, or stead, or whatever the word is. On top of also the abilities like Tarek's W, if you have an ally, you know, kind of enchanted with Tarek or whatever, when you use Tarek's stun, it goes from Tarek and it goes from the ally. Similar concept here, but instead of that, it's the portal and the champion. She has mobility, and her ult introduces a new mechanic never seen before in the game, in League of Legends. Her portals can be used to massively F with the enemy jungler. She's subpar versus Hashinshin, since he's never had one. Hashinshin never had a jungler, XD, you know, I mean, the whole, you know, a little bit of a meme there. You can't have a Reddit post nowadays without some memes going on in there. So of course, Hashinshin being the meme of choice for this one. Respectful. Just saying that if you thought Zoe was bad, ooh, so he's saying that this champion is going to be even worse than Zoe. So that's going to be pretty interesting, guys. So I don't know, let me know what you think about this down below in the comments. I think it's a pretty interesting take, being able to have this kind of new mechanic, you know, with whatever ability, or her ultimate rather, in this case it says, some kind of new mechanic to League of Legends, and also having this, you know, interesting interaction with the portals being similar to Azir's soldiers and Tarek's W. That could be really cool, and it can bring in some very new kind of dynamics to League of Legends. So that could be pretty damn interesting. Is it true? Is it not? Well, it's hard for me to really, you know, comment on that, I'll be completely honest. But let's go to the next one, guys. Let's go to the next one. Rumble update. Rumble will receive a visual update to all skins but Galaxy, since the skin does look pretty fine so far, in the near future, similar to the level of Alistar and Maokai's in previous years. He will also receive a few quality of life buffs. So nothing completely major here, just, you know, some minor changes to Rumble, make him look a little bit better, because he is, you know, a little bit out of date with his model, other than this skin, of course, and a few quality of life buffs, just to make him feel a little bit better, but nothing too completely out of this world or major. So moving on, we have the IRELIA rework, which is going to be most likely the thing coming up after the next champion, being this ADC, you know, Void, Cassin's daughter, whatever champion. It states the following: as with other reworks like Urgot, her numbers have increased by 2, and now she wields 6 blades, up from 4. Now this is of course also referring to this part right here. You can see it animates into the second part, which you can, boom, see 6 blades instead of 4. That's what he's referring to. Again, if this was fake, This is very easy to make up. So, I mean, you know, if this is a fake leak, it's not hard to take a look at this and take a look at this and take a look at this and make up what he has so far. But with that being said, let's take a look at what else he has to say. Her playstyle involves manipulating those 6 blades to maximize her damage in any given situation. Okay, I mean, that seems very plausible. Her basic attack and Q deal more damage depending on the blades she has near her. So she has a total of 6, or she will not be able to cast Q or attack if all 6 blades are out. She still has a stun and true damage. That's a pretty interesting take, right? So now that she has 6 blades, I mean, there's got to be a reason as to why she has 6 blades instead of 4 now, unless it's just simply a visual update to the looks, just to make it look cooler. I don't know. But having this kind of mechanic where, you know, now that she has 6 blades, there actually is interactivity with those blades. Having, you know, the more blades you have, the more damage you kind of do or whatever, and you can actually send them out. And if you send too many of them out, you kind of misplayed, and now you have to kind of wait. Similar to maybe Rumble's overheat, you know, where Rumble, you know, as you use the abilities, the heat goes up and up and up. If you kind of overheat, you can't use the abilities anymore. But, you know, to compensate, his attacks do a lot more damage, auto attacks. So, you know, similar take to that. That's kind of the instant, you know, vibe that I get from this, which could be very, very cool and kind of give her a lot more kind of interactivity in her kit and a lot more depth to her playstyle, which is pretty cool, actually. Moving on to the skins, however, we have a bunch of new ones here teased. Now, one of them you'll see later on is very questionable, and I do think that that one is complete BS. But, you know, let's just start. Let's see what we got here. So first we have some April Fool's skins, because April Fool's, of course, is coming up in just about a month and a half-ish. Yes, about a month and a half. I have to like, think about that for a second. Earth Rider Kled, I can definitely believe that. Surprise Party Evelyn doesn't really seem April Foolish to me. Order of the Orange Gangplank seems April Foolish, but seems a little maybe too April Foolish. I don't know. And then we have Bro Om, you know, Bro Laugh, the old skin that they made, which was very, very popular way back when in League of Legends, like season 2 or 3 or some shit. Bro Om, that one's pretty believable. I can definitely see a Bro Om. That's pretty jokes actually. But then after that, we have a legendary Popstar Misfortune, which I can also actually believe. You know, we have Popstar Ari, which I don't think is a legendary, but Popstar Misfortune is believable because, I mean, Ari and Misfortune are both very, you know, sexual champions, to say the least. I mean, their splash arts are very, you know, so I can definitely believe that one. Moving along, we have Program Skarner, Program Heimer, Program Urgot. Program Heimerdinger, I can easily just... It just makes sense. That makes sense. Skarner and Urgot is a little bit of the, you know, questionable. I can believe it, but at the same time, it is kind of just on the line of, you know, believable and not believable. So, you know, we'll leave that one up in the air for now. Guardian of the Sands Rek'Sai, Guardian of the Sands Talia, Guardian of the Sands Yorick. Rek'Sai and Talia, boom, makes sense, perfect. They're all, you know, very sand-themed champions. They're kind of from the lore of Shurima, or they're in the lore, they're from Shurima. At least I believe Rek'Sai is. And then we have Guardians of the Sands Yorick, which makes me kind of scratch my head. Then we have Candy Cane, Aurelion Sol, which I just think is complete bogus. What? Candy Cane, Aurelion Sol? What does that even mean? That doesn't make sense. Then we have Lava skins for Nami and Zac, which I can see from them. I can see it makes sense, you know, for both of them. But it also kind of is a bit weird to me that Nami and Zac would be in the same kind of group of skins for champions. That part doesn't make sense to me. But I can definitely see both of them respectively having a Lava skin. So I mean, that's it, guys. I mean, there you guys have it, the new leak, the leak that we haven't really made a leak video in a long time. So this is the one, the new ADC champion, the Rumble update, the IRELIA rework, and a bunch of skins. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below, guys. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Could be true, could be not true, could be partially true, or anywhere in between. But this is just mainly for fun as well, to see exactly what League of Legends maybe has in store for us, or what can potentially be on maybe these champions or future champions, and what really the limits in League of Legends might actually be for us. So again, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of these leaks? If you think it's true, false, somewhere in between, and why. Share this with your friends if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like button, especially if you're hyped for the next new champion. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. Peace.